Hello everyone, welcome to the Power BI Table View lecture. In this lecture, let's talk about how do we view the data that we have imported into Power BI. In this lecture, we will be using the Imported Data workbook. You can find this workbook in the Power BI course material folder. Once you have located this workbook, just double-click on it to open it. Once you open the workbook, navigate to Table View on the left-hand side. Click on that. The first thing I want to bring your attention to is on the right-hand side, you have this Data section. So under the Data section, you can find out all the tables that you have imported. In this workbook, I have imported 3 different tables. One called Customer, the other one called Customer from CSV. Finally, we have one table called Large Table. And you can see these are all the tables that we have that we can use in the dashboard. And if you want to view the content of each of the table, simply left click on the table name. So if I click on Table Customer, and then you can see on the left hand side, we're viewing the content of the Customer table. So in the Customer table, we have 3 columns and 3 rows. It's a very simple table just for illustration purposes. And you can tell that we have the column headers over here with the light gray background, and then we have the table content over here with white background. To view a different table, simply click on its name. If I click on Customer from CSV, then I'm viewing the content of Customer from CSV. Large table is a table that I have prepared that is more similar to what you will see in practice. And this table has many more rows and many more columns. So let's click on that. And you can see we are seeing the full content of the large table. It has many rows and many columns. When you are working with large tables, a good feature you want to know about is on the bottom left corner. Here you can see a summary statistic telling you how many rows do you have in this table. So we do not have to count it ourselves. Isn't that great? The table view does not only support viewing tables, you can also view specific columns. Let's head back to Customer table. You can actually select individual columns in the table. For example, if I select the name column, and you can see the toolbar changes and it's showing us the column tools. In the column tools, we have quite a few sections. The first section is about the most basic information about this column. That is the name of this column. You can rename it here. You can also change the data type of this column. In the following sections about this course, we have a dedicated section just for data types. So make sure you check them out. You can also give each of the column a format. This wouldn't change the value of the column, but only change the way it shows up. To the right-hand side, you can find more advanced options that you can do for columns. We will only need them in the advanced section about this course. Near the column headers, you can see we have this little triangle. That is a column filter. If you click on it, you can filter all the data based on the column selection. For example, I can select to only show Alex. If I deselect everything and only select Alex, click on OK. This will filter the data to only show the rows with the name equals to Alex. Note that this is not going to change the underlying data. This is only changing what data you are seeing. This effect is obviously more useful when you have a large table. So let's head over to Large Table. And here we have this column called Advisor Name. We can filter the large table based on the advisor name. So if you click on the drop-down menu and then deselect everything and only select the advisor you want to see, for example, Harmon, click on that and click on OK. This will filter the table to only show records with advisor name equals to Jennifer Harmon. As you can see, in the drop-down menu, we have many names. you do not have to visually go through them one by one. You can leverage the search functionality to find the value you are looking for. For example, here I can just type har, and this will filter all the results based on which value has HAR in the name. And you can see we want to have 3 options: Charles, Harmon, and Sharon. This makes it way easier to choose the value you want. So I can just add Charles to the selection and click on OK. And we have Charles and Jennifer selected. You can do this filter based on multiple columns. So apart from advisor name, let's say we also want to filter on the product ID column. So just click on the drop down and deselect everything and only select 10 and 11. Click on OK. And you can see we are now filtering based on 2 columns. Once you use this technique to narrow down the selection, you might want to manipulate the data further in spreadsheets. If you're more familiar with working in spreadsheet, you can also do that. To move the data to a spreadsheet, you just right-click on the table and find Copy Table. Click on that. And then you open up your spreadsheet and right-click on it. And then just paste. So you would have the table with the headers in your spreadsheet, and then you can take over from there. Once you are done with the filters, you can remove them. There are 2 ways you can do this. One is to remove individual filters. For example, if we no longer need the filter on product ID, simply right-click on it, and then choose Clear Filter. Click on that, and you can see we no longer have a filter on the product ID column. The only filter we have is the advisor name filter. You can also choose to clear all the filters across all the columns. So if you right-click on product ID and choose Clear All Filters, click on that, and you can see the advisor name filter is also removed. So Clear All Filters will remove filters across all the columns, and then this will take you back to the original state of this table. Another really cool feature that many people do not know about is how do you quickly pinpoint the column you're looking for. When you're working with a really wide table like this one, where you have many columns, how do you quickly find a column you're looking for? You don't have to visually go through them one by one. Let's say you want to find this column called product description, and you do not know where it is. So let's say you start from here on the first column, and then you know you're looking for the column, the name is called product description. The trick is you go to the search bar, and you search for the name of the column. It's called product _ description. You can see already I only have one option, and that is the column I want to use. So simply click on it, and then in the table view, this will automatically take you to that column. Then you can do your filter just based on this column. So you don't have to visually go through each one of them to find the column you're looking for. Alright, so that's it about the table view in Power BI. I'll see you guys in the next lecture.